Hi guys, so today I want to go over the 2024 Honda Pilot TrailSport. So just basically go over features. TrailSport is meant to be the outdoor version of the Honda Pilot. So a couple things: you do have rear parking sensors right there, right here, right there, and right there. And you can also open the tail hitch by a power, or there's a button right here. You press on it. As long as you have the key with you, that will open the doors for you. Right there. It's trunk space. So you have your tray right here. Like I use this to clean off the snow off the car. And I have it on the hard side. What I mean by the hard side is that you can actually flip this over and make it into the carpet. You can grab this. In this case, the old cinemas are in there. I can grab it, take it out, flip it. Just put it in the same spot. Not the carpets available. You can also store it right in there. You just throw the tray right in this gap right here. It will be flat. So in case I don't want anything to spill or spread, just put it underneath on the plastic side and I don't have to worry about it. So because you don't want this to be right there and then the ice melts into the carpet. Back seats. Put in the back seats is pretty simple. I'll just pull this and then press go forward. So you put them down. So again, you pull. It's easier with two hands, and then you push forward. Put the seats down. So this is all your back space right here. And then here's your cubby for the middle seat belt, which I'll show you how to put that on in a bit. You have USBs here, USBs there, cup holders for the back passenger and vents. A 12-volt outlet right here, and then your spare tire is right underneath this little gap right there. Spare tire is located right underneath the car right there. So you can adjust, also program the tailgate. So what that means is you can go to a lower height, programming simple. Press and hold this. 2 beeps, program. So every time it opens, it's gotta go to this side only. You can close it this way. And then you can also open the trunk and close it by pressing this button. So you press and hold this. Opens it for you. And you press it again to close it. Just like that. Okay. As long as the car is unlocked, this will be open. You're capless. You just pull into the pump, put it in there. When you're done, you close it. You press lock. This will not open. One thing cool about the new Pilot is every time the car's unlocked, so I have the keys in my pocket right now, I unlock it with putting my hand in the handle. It unfolds the mirrors. Once I lock it, with these 3 little lines right here, closes it, which is really nice. You also have side sensors. So you have one locator right there and one locator right here. And then with the TrailSport, you get a 360 camera. So the camera is right here. This is your sensor, and the sensor over there in the little triangle. And you also get the nice TrailSport badge right here. So with the key fob again, you have driver 1, driver 2. So the good thing with the different key fobs is that you, your wife, husband, whoever else is a secondary driver on the car can program their own seats and settings with their own key fob, which is really nice. Whatever key unlocks it, the seat will program that way. Okay, so doing remote start, it's pretty simple. You click lock twice and you press and hold the circle. You wait for the flashing indicating they took the signal, so you can release. Multiple flashes indicating the car is on. So the cool thing is when it's hot or cold outside, like in this case it's cold, it just snowed, it will make it hot inside the car and turn on all the defrosters, but the side mirror defrosters, because these heat up. You get the front and rear defrosters, and also now your wiper blades are also defrost too, which is really nice. Okay, so it stays on for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes it will turn off. Let's say you change your mind, you don't want to go out anymore, you press and hold the circle, turns off the car. Okay, so unlocking, summertime when it gets really warm inside the car, I like to press unlock twice and hold. And then the longer I hold it, the more the windows will come down, just to get the heat out of the car. And if you keep holding it, it also opens the sunroof as well. Here on the back of the seats, you got your little sunshade, so no one doesn't want to see the sun. You can cover this up. On the back here, you have a bunch of cup holders, plus your temperature controls right here. You have a power outlet right here as well, and 2 USB-Cs as well. You have a little tray right here in the middle. You want to put like your boots, cups, anything like that. And then if you want to go into the back seat, it's pretty simple. You press this button to enter, and then you have an exit button. So if you're in the back, you want to get out, press the button. So you don't have to wait for someone else to put the seat forward for you. You want to make the seat completely flat, just pull the handle, makes it flat for you. Okay, so this is your back seat area. I'll put the seats up. Let's see, you gotta hop in the back. Okay, so this is your back seat area. So the back seats are, I want to show you how to put in the middle seat belt. So you just take it off of the cubby space, like just like that. This will go into this little black box right here. This one. So what you do, you put it in there. It's easier with 2 hands. If I'm being honest with you, you have to put it on the right side, just like that. Well, there you go. That's how you put on your middle seatbelt. Then when you want to get rid of it, you don't need it anymore. There's a little corner right here. All you need is this. You'll put it right there, which I'm trying to do, but it's not as easy. It's easier with 2 hands than it is with 1. You can skip over this part. There we go. Put the little key. There you go. Once it clicks, it comes off. Just like that. And then to store it, there's little gaps right in here to store it. There you go. And now it's stored away, so you don't have to worry about it swinging back and forth or anything like that. Okay. With the TrailSport, Touring, and Elite, you get the nice panoramic sunroof, which is really nice. I'll show you guys how to control that. I'm gonna close the windows. So all 4 windows are automatic. So what that means is 1 hard tap up, just like that. Closes them, and then the panoramic sunroof, only this part will open, everything else will not be open. And you want to close it, the controls are right here. Push forward, and the shade is also automatic. It's right here. Press forward. You want to make it stop, you just do the same thing again. Oops, make it stop right there. You can actually still tilt this. You just push this, and it will tilt slightly, not a lot, but at least it's something. And closing forward, and then open this back. Make it stop. Just hit it again. What I like about the new design is they added a bug catcher, which is really nice. Here you have your little sunglass holder with a little mirror in the back, so see what the kids are doing behind you. We're gonna put this in the middle, so when you open the doors, lights will come on. And then you have your Garage door opener is right here with the demon mirror. You have heated seats on each side, on the passenger and driver side. And then here's your temperature controls. I'll go over that in a bit. So here's where you turn on your heated wipers. And then this is to open the trunk. You press and hold. Opens the trunk for you. Just like that. You want to make it close, you just press and hold it again. Just like that. Once you set up your seating, your lumbar support, everything, programming the key, like I said, we have key fob number 2. Programming is simple, super simple. You click set, and then whatever key you're using. In this case, we have number 2, so we'll pull number 2. The mirror controls are right here with your button here to fold the mirrors. Just like that. And you can see on the side, this little car emblem right there. So it's on the driver and passenger side. That's your blind spot assist. So when someone's in your blind spot, that will turn on orange or yellow, indicating that someone's in your blind spot, and it will start lighting up. If you start turning, then we'll start beeping at you saying not to go because there's someone behind you. So your lights are automatic by default. You also have automatic high beams as well. You can still do it manually if you want to, or just turn them off altogether. But I just recommend keeping them in automatic. You have paddle shifters, which is the one thing I tell customers that 90% of the people don't use, which is basically driving stick with a clutch. Most people don't use it. There's really no need to. Your wipers, one push up is one quick swipe. Down is the different levels. Then you twist the back, this one to do the back one. Just like that. So here is your clusters. So this is how you control it. Up, down. To select something, you press on this, just like that. Okay. So I'm gonna click the home button. Here are my screens. So the first is the windshield fuel. So it tells me how much fuel I have. So I have 355 miles of fuel for another fuel up. If not, I have the little physical one right there under the P. Speed and time, you want to keep track of that. Audio, see what's playing. Phone, show you what phone's connected. Navigation, they'll show you a compass. So once you set up Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, we just say CarPlay. Driver attention monitor, so what that means is it gives you 4 bars, means you're perfect to drive. 3 bars, you're okay. 2 bars, the car will not stop annoying you until you actually stop and take a break. And then 1 bar means the car will not stop hounding and sounding and beeping until you actually stop and take a break. How does it know? It's by the way you're controlling the car, and if you're keeping a constant speed. Here is the all-wheel drive, so you get to see how the power is being distributed. So I'm gonna put it in drive real quick, press on the gas, and it will show me what wheels are getting power. And then when you have rougher roads, or the car will adapt itself, because on this side we only see power being given to the front wheels, the side of the wheels, so on and so forth. I click home again. Seatbelts, you want to see who has the seatbelts on, you will see them right there. Whoever doesn't have the seatbelt will turn red. Once they put on their seatbelt, it will turn green. So let me put mine on quickly. There you go. Okay. Maintenance, you want to come every 6 months, every 6,000 miles, depending on what kind of driver you are. Like in my case, I come every 6 months. Some people only drive like 1,000 miles, so they want to come every 6 months. Like they drive like 1,000 miles a year. So 6 months will be recommended, but it's up to them. Tire pressure, so you can see how much air your tires have, which is really nice to have because you don't have to deal with the guessing game. Safety support features, so this is where you turn on and off all your safety features. So like the lane departure, the one that makes the steering wheel shake, it says lane departure. You can turn that off. Just blind spot sensors are on the mirrors, can be turned off if you don't like them for whatever reason. Cruise control, slow speed follow up, you can turn that off. And then this is the one you want to get used to. Turning off is your parking sensor, so if you're going through a car wash, so you don't hear the beeping of the brushes hitting the car. That's the one I would recommend turning them off. It's simple, just click select, turns them off. Oops. And then last one is your percolation system. So this one is when someone brake checks you, don't pay attention, the car will tell you to start braking. Let's say you don't pay attention to that, the car will stop so you won't get into an accident. It's the one feature I tell people to keep on all the time. You don't want to see anything, you can just put that one and it will show you nothing on the screen. Once it goes to normal, you still have your regular speedometer and your RPM gauge right there. Brightness adjustment, you can also customize this in case you don't want to see like your gauges or your speed and time. You can just do that and it will take it off your menu screen. Warnings, I will show you what's warnings. Right now I don't have any. Most people keep it at this. Okay, so what else you have your speedometer right there, 0 RPMs. What driving mode? Right now I'm in normal. The way you change is right here, so you go up and down just like that. You have eco, normal, sport mode, snow mode, trail, sand, mud. You have all the different ones right there. And when you start driving, it will show you the speed limit sign when it passes one through. Okay. So back here, you have your skip buttons right there. Volume up, volume down. This will skip to your next preset or your next song if you're in Apple CarPlay. You want to press and hold this once you set up CarPlay to talk to Siri, to send messages, set up navigation, call somebody. A little easier than the car's AI system. This is where you turn on all your other safety features like the lane keeping assist. You press on this. This logo will appear right there. As you can see, it detects one of the lines. Once I start going between 45 and 90 miles per hour, the line will turn green. Usually it picks it up the moment you start driving off and you hit the lines, it will turn green, but it will not start, and it will not start keeping you in the lines until you hit 45 miles per hour. Basically, the car will keep you centered and do slight turns for you, which is really cool to have. Cruise control, press it right there, and it turns right on too, and right there. This when you adjust the gap between you and the car in front of you, since the car will adapt to the speed of the person in front of you. So if you both going 60 miles per hour on cruise control, car in front of you goes on to 50, the car will automatically adjust to 50 miles per hour, and the car in front of you stops, it will stop for you. It's only if you have cruise control on. If you don't have that, it will not do that. You have a heated steering wheel right there. You know it's on because emblem right there. Cool thing too, when you do remote start, it also turns on the heated steering wheel automatically, which is pretty cool. Okay, so entertainment system, I'll leave a link how to program wireless CarPlay, which is really nice to have. It's gonna go over some common settings, which is general. Connections is when you want to go to Bluetooth. You can connect up to 6 devices, or you can go to smartphone connections and connect up to 6 devices in Apple CarPlay. And then we'll go to your vehicle settings. So everything's gonna be saved to my driver 2 key fob. So keyless access setup. So when I put my hand inside the handle, when I have the key in my pocket, it will only open my door or all doors. In my case, I like all doors because I always have someone with me. When you put your hand inside, you hear a beeping and a flashing. You can either keep them both on or turn either of them off if you don't like any of them. Doors and windows. Auto door lock. So when you hit 10 miles per hour, the car will lock itself, or once you go off to a different gear, which is what I like. So if I go to reverse, so with the TrailSport, you have the 360 cam. You only get the 360 cam on the TrailSport and the Elite. So it shows you right there, 360, backup camera. You can change the view to a wider view right there. And then you have sonar sensors. You're backing out, there's a car coming from left or right, it will start beeping at you, indicating there's a car coming from left or right. So it's really nice if you have 2 bigger cars parked next to you. And then adjust your brightness. You don't want to see the screen for the 360, you can take it off like that and just have a regular backup camera. But most people like the 360, which is really nice to have. And then if you're driving, like I'm putting in drive, and I don't know what's in front of me, I can press this right here in the corner and will manually turn them on. So there's the front camera and the side of the mirrors. So it's nice for off-roading, because in case you don't know what's in front of you, because the hood's too big, you can see in front of you. Okay, I can park. Next one, other door unlocked. So when the driver door opens, it will unlock the doors. once you go back to park, it will unlock them, or when you turn off the ignition. I like this one. So when I go back to park, so drive, locked, park, unlocked, just like that. Walk away, auto lock. So once I turn off the car, close the doors, close everything, the car is turned off, I have the key in my pocket, purse, whatever you keep your key, it will lock the door. So let's say I got home, I have it on, cool. I have the key with me, one beep, let me walk away. Second beep, car's locked. You see, you know it's locked because the mirror folded. And then when I press this, it unlocks all the doors. So you really need your key out only when you wanna reopen the tailgate. You just press and hold the trunk button, or you wanna remote start your car, or bring the windows down. Other than that, you really don't need your key out anymore. So those were the settings I recommend going for: walk away, door unlock mode. Everything else leave factory. If I'm being honest with you, you can also turn off the feature when it makes the mirrors, the side mirrors, fold automatically. You can turn that off by pressing that here. Turning off that feature. I like it, so I'll keep it on. Hazard lights are right there. Heated seats on each side. Right now it's off. Turn them on just like that. If you're by yourself in the car, make sure synced is on, so everything adjusts to the driver only. If you have passengers in the back, they can adjust that themselves. Okay. Fan speed is right here in the middle. You have your front and rear defroster with your side mirror, like I mentioned earlier. We'll keep the air inside. On and off your AC, where the air is gonna flow from, right there. Rear settings, so you can turn off the rear ones if you have kids in the back, you don't want them to use the air. You can actually lock it so the controls in the back cannot be used, and it shows you where they're locked. And then rear settings, in case you want to change that for them, you can do that yourself. But like again, if you're by yourself, just make sure you have it synced, and everything's gonna be synced to the driver. Okay. Wire the charging pad right here. USB-C right here, plus your 12-volt outlet. I like the new cup holders because you can fit a big water bottle right here, which is really nice. I have an adapter on my Passport, so I wish they had the same cup holders. You have park, reverse, neutral, drive, second tap for sport. You know what gear you're on right here. Change to S. If I drop it again, D, drive. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, driving mode's right here. If you're going down a really stiff downhill, you can adjust the car to adapt itself. And then the idle stop, so when you come to a stop, the engine will turn off and then turn back on once you release the brake. If you don't like that like I do, you just press this, turns it off, and you know it's off because you see it tells you right there, and then the little A with the circle and off underneath right there will appear. The catch is that you have to turn it off every single time. This kind of sucks. But you have that right there. Here you have all your storage space, which is a little coin holder right there, and then your little cubby space right here. Okay. Any thoughts, questions? Let me know. Comments, and please subscribe. Bye.